In this video we're going to talk about the difference between approaching beneficial and unbeneficial change. We ask you to consider returning the energy shared in these videos through PayPal or Patreon to unlock flow for yourself and so that we can continue sharing the source truth and guidance. More empowerment and clarity to you. It's a lot easier to control your mind and control what you choose to think about and control what type of work you choose to do when you recognize that there is a difference between beneficial change and change that isn't going to raise your frequency or make any difference to your empowerment and freedom. And in this video we will talk about the place in between change when it comes to wonder, which we can recognize as the place in between change when it comes to beneficial knowledge and clarity that will raise your frequency, and what I choose to call the middle place, which is a word I use to describe the place in between change when it is towards something that isn't going to raise your frequency. And understand that often when you are in the middle place towards unnecessary knowledge, it can be beneficial to know the truth about those things, but learn to distinguish between what is important or necessary for you to understand now and what isn't. What is truly going to raise your frequency now? What is truly going to make you more empowered? What type of knowledge is it that will truly raise your frequency and set yourself free? And wonder will obviously always be a healthy thing. And sometimes you might misunderstand and believe that being in the middle place can be a bad thing. But you might misunderstand. Certain types of knowledge could seem unnecessary, but it can be beneficial. And certain types of knowledge can be unbeneficial, but it might seem like the right type of knowledge to gain. And you would need a good source of connection to understand what type of knowledge and clarity you should approach. So I'm not saying this is the perfect, precise terminology for these experiences of being in what normally would be considered wonder. But for now, since I don't have anything better, I call it the middle place. It's a place you find yourself in when you're approaching knowledge that isn't going to raise your frequency. It's causing you the type of stress that is rather unnecessary. It's not getting you anywhere significant. And then we could use the word wonder to describe the place you find yourself in when you still don't have the truth about something that would be beneficial. And that type of wonder and that type of stress is necessary. It's normal. It's just something you can't go without as you're becoming a high frequency source player in this game. But to find yourself in the middle place of unessential and unbeneficial and not necessary knowledge is rather a waste of time, it's a waste of energy, and you can use your intent to be neutral about those type of truths, to not care about it now, at least. Of course, there might come a time where your frequency is so high that you have simply clarity about anything that goes on in this matrix. But if that isn't now, then don't waste your time and energy thinking about things that aren't going to serve you. Rather spend your time and energy wisely, raising your frequency, breaking free, becoming truly powerful. There is so much knowledge and clarity that you can gain in this game. But not all knowledge is necessarily beneficial for you right now at this point. There might be other things that you could deal with that would serve you much better. And I'm not saying that wondering isn't a necessary process of gaining clarity, but I'm saying that there is not everything that you should wonder about right now at this time. There are many things in life that can cause you to wonder about unbeneficial things or things that aren't necessarily going to serve you well right now. And you will need a good source self-connection to understand what type of source truth it is that is going to give you a great life on the highest frequency where you are empowered and free, and what type of knowledge and clarity it is that isn't necessarily going to make any difference to your life. It's not going to affect the choices that you make, or your state of mind, or your peace of mind. Of course, we know that conspiracies can be very draining, it can put you off course, and it is simply because it takes a lot of energy to gain clarity. And if you are watching compilations of conspiracy theories, or just compilations of information about what is happening around the world, or could this be true, or look at what they are doing over here, then you're finding yourself to leave what you thought to be true to go towards something that you know is more true, universally true. But when watching conspiracies like that, you're going to have to invest a lot of time and energy and intent towards finding the truth. Is what I just saw here in this video true? Well, if it isn't, then what is true? And now you're wasting time and energy that you rather could spend on more essential things. You're finding yourself in the middle place regarding something that doesn't even matter. You're energizing something that you don't really care about, something that isn't going to raise your frequency or make you a more powerful source player. And the same thing goes for everything that can come to mind in a day, or anything that you can see in a movie, or on YouTube, or on the news, on TV. Any type of information you can take in can be information that wouldn't necessarily serve you at all to know the truth about. It wouldn't make you more powerful to know whether or not what is on the news is actually true, or if it is an agenda behind it. Essentially, you have your life and your day and your frequency that you would be served best by dealing with. And we talked about this in the recent video, Don't Go Anywhere. Learn to live intentionally if you are watching content, if you are watching videos. and it would never benefit you to watch the news. That's just the way it is. And if you are watching anything, then it would be for you to raise your frequency, for you to gain insight or clarity, and that is what you use your intent towards. And then you stay careful. What are you watching? What are you learning from it? Is it manipulating you, or is it benefiting you? If you have benefited from this content, consider returning the energy through PayPal or Patreon. You get out of this whatever you put in. More empowerment and clarity to you. Thank you.